The arms, I'm guessing, are probably going to be nearly identical to the legs in terms of like those weird cup things. Yeah, that's what I should have called them in the first place. Um, and then we got the addition of the hands, so that's kind of going to be a challenge. But I'll sculpt one, and then it's going to be the exact same thing on the other side. So, and nonetheless, I'll show you guys how to do it. I'm debating whether or not I want to put this Espio in some kind of a pose. Now he's kind of just standing, but maybe we'll do something with his arms. Uh, we might. I'm not sure. I'm trying to like think what position should I have him in, because I can't really do it in the Sonic Heroes pose thing because of the way his legs are already. But and that would kind of be hard to make his arms like I don't know. We'll see. So just like everything else again with the limbs, make sure it's in scale. With everything else, that's not really in scale. Bring that forward. I'm pretty impressed at how well I'm doing sculpting from an instruction manual. I have not used an instruction manual to sculpt in a long time. I usually go online and look up a couple different pictures, but it hasn't been from the instruction manual in a while. So I never liked how the Sonic instruction manuals are in black and white. I wish they used color, but so I think we're gonna make him. Yeah, we'll make him like that. So I'm not gonna put toothpicks in this because the arms are less essential to keep him standing or keep any clay model standing than the legs. So I'm gonna bend this arm actually, just to add some, just make it look a little bit different. So it's gonna end up looking like that. For right now, put that on the ground, and I have to make another. Looks like another two of those things. I'll show you one in case you're just watching this part right now and didn't see the previous part. But then I'll probably make the. Oh, I'm gonna make the whole other hand separately. So. Yeah, I'm getting really sick of all this detailing on Espio. It's kind of annoying after a while, because I mean, you know, sculpting two legs, but you're sculpting four of these things with the 6 dots on each of them. I don't know. Just seems like too much, but it's worth it if you want your clay model to look really good. So, keeping everything in scale and proportion again, but not much to talk about here because it's the same as before. Get more black together. Right. I'm running out of my gray that I made, so gotta get more black there. I'm probably gonna have too much, but whatever. Alright. Just like that. Now we gotta add the 6 dots to the bottom, but before I do that, I am going to make sure that this is in scale with everything else, because it's going to be really, really crappy if you get this far. Alright, that's in scale. That's good. 6 dots is what I was doing. And those go on the top. Well, I guess I guess depending on how you look at it, it's either the top or the bottom. I think this is, I guess I'd call that the bottom of the glove if you're looking at it from the angle we're looking at it. It's the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Again, keeping in mind that factor of depth and how far the circles are going to stick out, which yet again is often forgotten by me quite a bit. Is it 4? It's 4. 5. 6. Alright, so that's the thing. I will put a toothpick in this now. Again, I didn't really put out an advisory warning about smudging, but just like all of the clay models that we've sculpted thus far, just be careful of the smudging and how you're, kind of pressing stuff into each other, because it was smart to put the dots on after, because then they can't really smudge because they're already on. So, all right, now is like an entirely new part, and this was already 5 minutes. Wow! But the entirely new part is the hands. So I'm probably gonna make one hand open and maybe one not, or maybe I don't know. But I'll make the open hand here so you guys can see how I make them. I'm kind of going to go with my usual method just because I think it probably works the best for the amount of time that you end up putting into the method. So get some white and flatten it. I'm going to push this up and zoom in for this. So get some white and flatten it. If you guys have seen the shadow tutorial, then you've already seen this, and I think I had probably in the Mario one, Sonic one as well. Maybe not the Mario one, but essentially, you got it right there. And this is, I don't want to sculpt the wrong hand. That'd be really stupid to do. Alright. So make a line. That's going to be the thumb, I think. Or maybe, no, I don't know. End up making 3 lines, or 4 lines. Like that. And now this is going to end up being the hands. So kind of separate them. And then sculpt them into fingers. I think it really works the best. If you're new at sculpting clay and trying some of these techniques, it might not be the easiest because it is hard to actually make it look circular. I've had some trouble with that before in keeping all the fingers in scale with each other. But if you can manage to get around, I got some blue in there, but I don't mind that. But if you can manage to get around all the fingers and stuff, then it'll really help. And this is often a really good way as well to keep all the fingers and stuff, like I said, within the same height and stuff, because sometimes when I'm sculpting, I'll try to actually sculpt a circle and then add the fingers to them, but then I can never get the palm right, and then a lot of the times the fingers will be like a lot larger than each other because I'll just lose the scale, and then especially when you're trying to put them with the model, it'll just be really out of proportion. So this is a fairly good way to get everything in size with each other, and then kind of just sculpt the palm out. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a fist. I think I'll just kind of have his fingers just doing some kind of thing going on, so I'll just kind of put them in some kind of cool pose. It's pretty cool. It's almost reminds me like Sonic Adventure style type hand, but alright, so that was one hand. I'm going to assemble this onto the cuff that we just did, and I don't know if I'm going to have his hand sticking upward or if I'm going to just put it, I'll probably end up just putting it down to the side. But the proportion with the shoes, yeah, because you don't want the hands to be bigger than like the shoes. That would look kind of weird. Again, being careful not to smudge anything and not to get any toothpicks where you don't want them. And that is the hand. Let me zoom out now a little bit. And I'm not sure how I want to have this. I guess we'll just, now that I look at it, might have to shorten his arm up a little bit. That weird, like, cut was because my battery just died, so I had to replace it. So yeah, I'm gonna put his arm kind of like, I don't know, to the side. Kind of like that. I don't know, just do something a little bit different. Looks a bit cool, and then just kind of mold it on the top. Making sure that's all in scale. That's all in scale. Really good scale. Might want to push him down a bit. I'm going to push him down a little bit. Perfect. That's really good. Alright, so I'm going to make the last arm, cuff, and hand, and then we will get on to the last detailing and put him in the oven and then marvel at him at the end.